Imade, the maiden bride. The village of Obobo was home to a breathtaking girl named Imade, whose extraordinary beauty caused men to instantly fall in love with her. Imade was her parents' only child and she longed to have children of her own. However, that desire remained unfulfilled because each time she got married, her husband mysteriously died on their wedding night before they could consummate their marriage. Despite being married 5 times, the same fate befell each husband, leaving Imade a maiden. Despite her husband's mysterious deaths, suitors continued to seek her hand in marriage, which irritated the women who suspected she was a witch. Mama Imade never missed an opportunity to brag about her daughter's beautiful appearance and how every man in the village adored her. One afternoon, Mama Imade sat in her shop selling fabrics and, as usual, using every chance to brag about her daughter. "Mama Imade, please give it a rest." Mama Ife snapped. "You're not the only person in this village who has a daughter." Mama Imade adjusted her headscarf proudly. "If you don't want to hear me, kindly face the door and leave. But me, I will never stop talking about my beautiful Imade. She's my blessing." Mama Ife rolled her eyes. "Blessing? That witch you call a daughter. She's killing all the men in our village." Mama Imade gasped dramatically. "Ah, Mama Ife, please stop there. The fact that all my daughter's husbands are dying does not mean she is the cause. Is it her fault she's so beautiful that men can't breathe around her? Don't blame my daughter. I don't blame you for your jealousy. After all, your own daughter looks like a dried up lizard." Mama Ife's eyes bulged. "Do not insult my daughter, oh." Mama Imade burst into laughter. "Which daughter? That one that looks like cow dung. Please, even a ghost won't marry her." "The gods will punish you for this, Mama Imade," Mama Ife shouted as she stormed out of the shop. Mama Imade shouted after her, still laughing. "You mean the same gods that punished you with that hideous daughter?" The next day, joy and drumming echo through Papa and Mama Imade's compound as celebrations for Imade's 6th wedding take place. Imade dances beautifully at the center of the gathering, drawing everyone's admiration. After all traditional rites are fulfilled, it is time for her to leave with her new husband. Amid singing and jubilation, Imade is led to her new home. That night, as the village lies asleep, the newlyweds hold each other close, ready to seal their union. Without warning, Imade's husband falls lifeless beside her. Understanding immediately what this means, Imade bursts out of the house crying and screaming. Her cries rouse the whole village and people gather around. Some watch her with sympathy, attempting to lift her from the ground, but she keeps hurling herself back in anguish, while others glare at her with suspicion and disdain. Mama Imade forces her way through the crowd and pulls her daughter into an embrace. "Mama, it has happened again! It has happened again! Why me? Am I cursed? Why does the gods despise me?" Imade sobs. "My daughter, don't say that. The gods of our land do not despise you," Mama Imade replies softly. A few days later, Papa and Mama Imade sat with their daughter inside the shrine of the chief priest. They watched silently as he circled them, chanting in the tongue of the gods, his feet stomping in rhythm to the sacred drums. After a while, he stopped and settled before them, adjusting the red wrapper tied around his waist. "Chief priest, thank you for receiving us." Papa Imade, they greeted respectfully. "We've brought yams as an offering to the gods," he added, signaling his wife and daughter to bring the tubers forward. "We've come seeking for answers." "The gods have been expecting you," the chief priest replied calmly. "Your daughter, Imade, has been chosen by the gods." "Ah!" Papa and Mama Imade exclaimed in unison, stunned. "Chief priest, I don't understand," Mama Imade cried out in confusion. "The reason your daughter's husbands keep dying," the chief priest explained, "is because she has been chosen. Imade is the bride of the gods, and she must remain pure." "What? So while my mates are marrying and having children, I should remain a maiden?" Imade burst out angrily. "Bride of the gods," the chief priest intoned solemnly. The message from the gods is this: in 6 days, you must return to this shrine to begin your service. You will spend the rest of your life here. No, no, Imade screamed, fleeing the shrine, her mother hurrying after her, calling her name. The chief priest chuckled under his breath, drawing Papa Imade's glare. Papa Imade, the gods have chosen your daughter. You cannot refuse. Chief priest, Papa Imade said firmly, dusting off his wrapper. With all due respect, tell the gods to find someone else's daughter. He turned on his heel and walked away. 3 days had passed since Imade and her parents visited the chief priest. Since then, the village of Ugbobo had known no peace. Crops withered, livestock died mysteriously, and people began falling ill without explanation. Within days, 7 lives were lost to the strange sickness sweeping through the land. Fear and anger gripped the villagers, who believed their Oba had angered the gods, bringing calamity upon them. In the Oba's throne room, the chiefs sat in tense silence until the king arrived. "Long live the Oba, lion of our kingdom," they greeted, rising to their feet as he took his seat. "You may sit," the Oba said, settling onto the throne. "My king," one chief began gravely, "the people of Ugbobo are restless." "And why is that?" the Oba asked, his tone sharp. "They claim you are the cause of this misfortune that befell them," another chief replied, shaking his head in dismay. "I have done nothing to offend the gods," the Oba said defensively, motioning to a guard. "Send for the chief priest immediately." After a tense wait, the chief priest arrived, the bells on his ankles jingling as he stepped forward. "Greetings, your majesty," he said. "You are welcome, chief priest," the Oba replied. "Tell me, have I done anything to anger the gods?" A heavy silence followed. All eyes were fixed on the priest. "My king," he said at last, calm but solemn, "the gods are not displeased with you. You were chosen by them and are bound to this land." Relieved, the chiefs shouted in unison, "Long live the king!" The Oba chuckled lightly, but his face quickly hardened. "Now," he said, "let us address the true problem. Why has calamity befallen Ugbobo?" The chief priest's expression grew grave. "My king, the gods have chosen a bride." "A bride?" the chiefs exclaimed in shock. The Oba leaned forward, eyes narrowed. "And who is this girl?" "Imade," the chief priest said firmly. "She is the bride of the gods." "Who is Imade?" the Oba demanded. "She is said to be of extraordinary beauty," one chief explained. "But there is more. She has been married 6 times, and every husband has died mysteriously on the wedding night, before the marriage could even be consummated." "And what has she to do with this calamity?" the Oba pressed. 3 days ago, she and her parents came to me seeking answers about these deaths, the chief priest said. "I told them it was the will of the gods, that Imade had been chosen to serve as their bride. The gods commanded that in 6 days she must return to the shrine to serve them for the rest of her life. And yet the gods punish the people before the 6 days are over," the Oba asked, bewildered. "The gods are angry, my king," the chief priest answered. "Imade has refused their calling and her parents stand with her. If she does not come to the shrine by the 6th day, the gods will destroy the entire kingdom." "No, that must not happen," the Oba shouted, leaping to his feet. "What shall we do, your majesty?" one chief asked anxiously. "We will go to them," the Oba declared. "We must reason with her family." Later that day, a few chiefs arrived at Papa Imade's compound, sent by the Oba himself. They sat under the large mango tree, sharing palm wine and kola nuts with Papa Imade. "My chiefs, you are most welcome to my home," Papa Imade greeted warmly, proud of the honor their visit brought. "Papa Imade, thank you for the palm wine," one of the chiefs replied, sipping from his cup. "But we have come on an urgent matter." "Urgent matter?" Papa Imade asked, confused. Yes, urgent, another chief answered gravely. We were sent by the king. My family and I have done nothing to warrant the king's attention, Papa Imade said anxiously. The chief priest has spoken to us about your daughter, Imade, one chief said sternly. The gods have chosen her and there's nothing you can do to change that. What is wrong with you people? Papa Imade shouted, his mood shifting to anger. If this is why you came, then leave my house. Papa Imade, are you defying the gods? One of them asked in shock. Yes, I am, Papa Imade retorted arrogantly. Abomination, the chiefs exclaimed, rising to their feet. There will be consequences for this, one warned. If your daughter does not obey the gods, they will destroy the kingdom, another said quietly. Am I the only one with a daughter in this village? Papa Imade barked, standing up. Imade is my only child. One day she will give me grandchildren. I will not allow her to waste her life rotting in a shrine. Papa Imade, a chief replied, your daughter is the cause of everything happening in this village. The gods are angry. I don't care. Leave my house, Papa Imade shouted. Very well, one of the chiefs said, pointing a warning finger. But hear this. If by the 6th day Imade still refuses to go to the shrine, we will take her there by force. And as we leave, we will spread the word. The people will know she is the cause of all these calamities. With that, the chief stormed out angrily, leaving Papa Imade fuming under the mango tree. Just as the chiefs had vowed, the people of Ubobo gathered the next day before the house of Papa and Mama Imade, their voices rising in curses and condemnation. On the 6th day, chaos descended. The king's guards stormed the home, forcing their way through as the crowd roared in approval. Imade was seized, lifted roughly onto their shoulders. She screamed, kicked, and fought to free herself, but her cries were drowned by the chanting mob. Mama Imade, wailing in grief, rushed to her daughter's aid, only to be shoved aside, falling to the ground. Papa Imade, in a desperate bid to save his child, swung a heavy stick and struck a guard, but was quickly overpowered. Several men beat him mercilessly until he collapsed, bloodied and broken. The villagers followed as Imade was dragged toward the shrine, their chant echoing through the air. Imade, bride of the gods, Imade, bride of the gods, Imade, the maiden bride. At the shrine, the chief priest approached her with a dagger gleaming in the firelight. Without hesitation, he drew the blade across her face, scarring the beauty she once bore. Her screams filled the air as her face dripped with blood, but no one came to her rescue. She is thrown into a cold, dark room and locked away. Imade was left to serve the gods in silence for the rest of her life. The end.